In 572-14, Mr. Clerk.
Resolution 572-14 authorizes the payment of funds of a latter fiscal year and of more than one fiscal year for a multi-year lease for one crew cab pickup truck for the Department of Environmental Management. Authorizes the mayor to enter into a 5-year lease agreement with an approximate cost of $800 per month. The county will own the vehicle at the end of the lease. Reference communication 1115, introduced by Ms. Poindexter.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 572-14?
Second.
Moved by Councilmember Eoff, seconded by Councilmember Kanuha. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Willie.
Could I have someone from Environmental Management come forward?
And please state your name and title, please.
Good afternoon, Greg Goodale, Solid Waste Division Chief.
I'm Robin Bauman, Department of Environmental Management Business Manager.
Good afternoon.
Okay, Greg, let me just ask you a few questions. This item, and there are a number of vehicles going to your department, are these basically replacement and upgrades? I see that some of them are replacing older equipment, and just sort of fill me in on, because there's a number here in the agenda.
Yeah, these are vehicles that have been deferred for the last several years, and it's due to high mileage, high repair costs. And but these trucks are in use daily, moving workers to and from different facilities. But I just want to stress that these things have been deferred for the last several years because of budget cuts and whatnot. And so these are pieces of equipment that need to be replaced and updated.
Okay. And I'm not sure which number it is, but I think one of them is sort of for green waste. It's a vehicle used for green waste, or maybe it's with a green.
One of the pieces of equipment is the grapple trucks, which are used for what's one of the things we do with them is moving green waste.
Okay. And
we use them for a lot of
really
different
see,
things.
or if it is there, I didn't see it. Or what district these are going into? Is there anything there that's District 9?
I believe one of the replacement for the grapple trucks is, they have one there right now, but it's high use, high hours, and so I believe that is one of the...
Okay. And are there additional vehicles that need replacing, or is this pretty much, or you feel you're catching up at this point? Where are we on your vehicles?
Well, we're effectively putting in the vehicles as we feel like they can be accommodated within our budget. So yeah, we are trying to catch up, but we're trying to do it within budget constraints that we have. So.
Okay, yeah, I just know, in the back of my mind is North Kohala is really working and trying to really do a big project, and the entire community's geared up, and yet, there's sort of, the place closes before most of the green waste comes in, and then it doesn't take green waste, or you go to Kona, and I can talk to you separately, but I think when you do this and you say we're catching up, it would be nice for me to know here's what we really still need, and we're looking for that. We don't feel we can quite do it, but get a little bit bigger picture than just each one. We've got a high mileage here or high there. Just so, we all can sort of have a little, more of this is what we have, this is what we have to work for, we're trying, and what considerations go into that in the different districts. I know, what's going on, Pahoa or over here has some effect, but I'm also trying to look at a real energy in my district towards, what can be done and where we're not, say, shifting equipment. There's even Parks and Rec. Everybody's driving from Waikoloa to North Kohala and spending half their time sharing equipment that, in my mind, we ought to be looking at, can we get a little more equipment and save hours on all of these people? So Thank you very much for answering my question.
Thank you, Councilmember Willie. Councilmember Onishi.
Greg, we're talking about one truck, right?
There's a number of items on the
Just one.
I believe that's just the
truck for the department.
On this resolution, it is just one,
One, right?
on this particular resolution.
Where's all these multiple trucks coming?
Oh, there are additional resolutions on the agenda.
Number of things coming up.
But that's later on, right? But then,
correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 trucks, 2.
okay, but
Be happy to
well,
combine them.
But then, yeah, I'm kind of just wondering, because, I guess sticking to subject, right? And so we're just talking about this one truck, okay? Yeah, so I just want to kind of clarify for the public to know that when they watch this, that we're basically just talking about one truck, correct? Okay, thank
That's
you.
correct.
May I ask, which resolutions are they?
Yes, this is Resolution 572-14. There's also 573-14, 574-14, and 575-14.
Would it be okay for the council members if I have Mr. Clerk read in those resolutions and we can all vote at once for them? Is that, or combine? Would that be, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, yeah, it would probably be easier just to take it one by one.
I tried. Thank you. Is there any other further discussion? None? So all in favor to approve Resolution 572-14, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None? At this time, Resolution 572-14 has been approved. Mr. Clerk, please read.
Resolution 573-14 authorizes the payment of funds of a latter fiscal year and of more than one fiscal year for a multi-year lease for 6 trucks with hydraulic compacting units for the Department of Environmental Management. Authorizes the mayor to enter into a 5-year lease agreement at an approximate cost of $1,150 per month for each vehicle. The county will own the vehicles at the end of the lease. Reference Communication 1116, introduced by Ms. Poindexter.
May I please have a motion to approve Resolution 573-14? Moved by Councilmember Kanuha, seconded by Councilmember Eoff. Any discussion? Councilmember Onishi.
Okay, Greg, I had another question about this. Okay, so you're having these 6 trucks, the compactors. That's the ones that kind of, on the landfill, it packs down the rubbish. Is that correct?
No, these are trucks that have a hydraulic unit in the bed of the truck that actually they hook them up to the trailers that the normal rubbish trailers, and they actually are able to run the hydraulic system on those trailers.
So you're talking about the ones that are at like those what is that? Those transfer stations.
Yeah, they're pickup trucks that have a hydraulic tank and system that it runs off the power takeoff in the pickup truck, and it actually allows us to use those pickup trucks to compact the big rubbish trailers at the transfer stations.
So
in lieu of having the full size truck tractor. So when we have a facility attendant at each of the sites, since we don't have the truck tractor sitting there all the time,
Right.
and not all of these stations have a pump house, these pickup trucks are able to serve that purpose. So typically, the facility attendant has that pickup truck there at the facility.
So these are for just more for the transfer stations.
Correct,
then?
correct.
Okay. And then these are smaller trucks than the trucks that we see that are hauling these big.
Correct, yeah. They're more like a normal pickup truck size.
Okay. Okay. And then this is going to be located island-wide.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Is there any other, thank you, Councilmember Onishi. Is there any other discussion? Councilmember Willie? No? May I have all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Resolution 573-14 has been approved. Mr. Clerk, please read in Resolution 574-14.
Resolution 574-14 authorizes the payment of funds of a latter fiscal year and of more than one fiscal year for a multi-year lease for 2 roll-off trucks for the Department of Environmental Management. Authorizes the mayor to enter into a 5-year lease agreement at approximate cost of $3,900 per month. The county will own the vehicles at the end of the lease. Reference Communication 1117, introduced by Ms. Poindexter.
May I have a motion to approve Resolution 574-14? Moved by Councilmember Eoff, seconded by Councilmember Onishi. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Willie.
Yeah, okay. These 2 trucks, they're called roll-off trucks, and their purchase price estimated at $220,000 each. Can you just tell me where those will be used and what they're for, just so I understand what a roll-off is?
Okay, a roll-off truck, basically, when you see a full-size dumpster, a large, like a construction site, the full-size bin, those are typically 40-yard dumpsters, and these trucks will be able to haul that type of dumpster, the full-size type dumpster. So basically, if you've ever seen at a construction site or at a retail out, or even at our facilities, we currently have those size dumpsters. It's typically the dumpsters you see at the mixed recycling. Those are the size dumpsters we're talking about. So this will give us the ability to haul those more easily.
And do we right now have roll-off trucks?
Right now, what we have is we have to use our truck tractors with something that was kind of a modified. It's a trailer that we hook up to our existing truck tractors, but it makes for those truck tractors to get into some of the tighter areas we have, it makes it much more difficult to be able to do the job that they need to do. This will make us a lot more efficient, and we are hauling a lot more of these kinds of things with the scrap metal and the green waste and those things. So effectively, we're kind of at our capacity for being able to move a lot of those bins around.
And could these be used for green waste if there was one of those containers in North Kohala?
Yes.
One of these roll-offs could actually come up there?
Yeah, one of those is actually planned to be staged out of the Waimea Base Yard.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Willie. Is there any other discussion? Councilmember Onishi.
Thank you. Okay, looking at the district, so this can be used to transfer the recyclable bins from various transfer stations throughout Hawaii Island to the State Department's Health's approved permitted solid waste and recycling facilities. So, okay, could you maybe give one example of what would be transferred from a transfer station to this permitted, Department of Health permitted solid waste of recycling facility?
Okay, and I guess speaking to what Councilperson Willie brought up, this would be used if we were to have a green waste bin staged at the Waimea transfer station. When that bin was full, this truck would be used to haul that bin to the West Hawaii Organics facility, and then it would be unloaded there and processed into green waste mulch. But it also would be used in case we were using it for hauling scrap metal, which we also do out of, majority of all of our districts. It would be used to pick up that bin and haul the scrap metal to a scrap metal processing facility.
I thought like for the scrap metal, there's a bid that goes out and a contract is awarded, and don't they take care of all that?
They don't take care of the hauling. We do the hauling. They take care of the processing.
Wow. Okay. Any other?
Those are probably the two primary. We do occasionally work with some of the mixed recycling, but primarily that's done by our contractor. But primarily for us right now, it's the scrap metal and the green waste.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Well, this has been very educational. Is there any other discussion? To approve Resolution 574-14, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Resolution 574-14 has been approved. Mr. Clerk, please read in Resolution 575-14.
Resolution 575-14 authorizes the payment of funds of a latter fiscal year and of more than one fiscal year for a multi-year lease for 2 boom trucks with hydraulic grapples for the Department of Environmental Management. Authorizes the mayor to enter into a 5-year lease agreement at an approximate cost of $2,900 per month for each unit. The county will own the vehicles at the end of the lease. Reference communication 1118, introduced by Ms. Poindexter.
May I please have a motion to approve Resolution 575-14? Moved by Councilmember Eoff, seconded by Councilmember Kanuha. Is there any discussion? Councilmember Willie.
Okay, here's some more big trucks. I think these are estimated at a cost of $165,000 each. And it just reassure me, I mean, if we were to pass that big incinerator bill, how would all of these vehicles be used?
Well, regardless of what happens there, these trucks would be used daily for our recycling purposes, for the green waste purposes. These trucks have become kind of indispensable to our operation in terms of being able to get out and pick up big, bulky items. Okay. They were indispensable in the cleanup of Isel, in picking up a lot of the debris along the roadside. They assisted Public Works in that. But for us, on just a daily basis, in terms of solid waste division, these trucks are on the road every day, all day.
And so on these boom trucks, what would, here we're getting 2. I mean, if you were to fully fund your unit with however many boom trucks you would need, how many more would we be buying?
These 2 are actually to replace 2 that are already existing, that are very high usage, that are now we're getting to the point now where we want to be able to start doing repairs to these other trucks. But to get full, we essentially want to be able to have at least one of these trucks at each district, and we do currently, but the 2 that we're looking to replace are the one in Hilo and Waimea.
Okay. So ideally, we would be getting 7 more of these. Ideally. For one for each district.
No, ideally we'd be getting 1 more.
1 more, okay.
Which I believe you'll be seeing that in upcoming budget.
Okay, thanks.
Councilmember, any other discussion? Councilmember Eoff, please.
I just thought maybe I could ask this question too while we're getting some answers to things. What happens to all the older trucks?
Well, in the case of these, we're looking to be able to rebuild the grapple arm on these things. The trucks are in actually pretty good condition, but the grapple, the portion that reaches out and picks that does the hard work, that's the primary thing that's needing to be replaced at this point. But unfortunately, they don't sell them that way, so you have to buy the whole truck. So, but we'll intend to try and rebuild some of these. If not, then they'll probably get surplused.
Okay. Thank you.
If there's no other comments, I just want to say thank you for your time and for all that good information.
Thank you.